Hello YouTube, this is Whiteout again, coming from Team ShadowBurst. We went to our locals today, and I told you guys last week that I was going to use my Twilight deck again and profile it for you with the changes, but I lied because at the last minute I had a change of heart and I wanted to try Gladiator Beast. I actually just built this deck today, and it didn't do too bad. I went 2-2 with it. I didn't top 4 or top 8, but you know, it wasn't too bad. I got knocked out by Monster Mash and Chaos Plants. So, but this is the build as it was in the tournament. Next week I'll be using it again because I'm not too happy with how it went. So, without further ado, let's get it started. First off, to Gladiator Beast Laquari. Basically, beater of the Gladiator Beast. When he's tagged in, he becomes 21 instead of 18. You can't really argue with that. Plus his normal attack, so he pretty much gets over almost anything. Next we have 2 Murmillos. The destruction of the Gladiator Beast, when he's tagged in, destroy 1 face-up monster, so he's really good. I run 2, most Glad players only run 1 because they're afraid of him getting attacked, but you know, with everything that's being removed nowadays, you know, you can't chance it, so go with 2. Next we have 2 Equests. Whenever you get that Chariot into the graveyard, you know, you need to rerun them because Chariot is one of the most valuable cards in Glad Beast. Then 2 Darius. Darius is a good card because it allows you to tag in a Glad Beast from the graveyard just in case he manages to get special summoned or destroyed. You know, it allows you to go for Gladiators if they get rid of your Bestiari, or in some cases Heraclinos if you can tag in for 3 at once. So, great for that surprise. 1 Bestiari, just because it is at 1. If it was 2, believe me, there would be 2 in the deck. Back row destruction, very good card, you know, but because he's so broken, you can only run 1. Gateway to Gladiators too, so very good card. Next we have 1 Hoplumus. Basically, a defender of the Gladiator Beast. When he's tagged in, he gets to go to 24 defense instead of 21. Plus, you know, even on the 21, he can't really be ran over anything, especially Cyber Dragon. 1 Sam Knight, just in case, you know, you do get the off chance you get to run over something. It allows you to basically thin out your decks, get your Chariots in your hand if you don't have them, which, you know, is always a good thing. Next, 1 Gladiator Beast Secutor. This card actually proved quite effective today. This is the first time I've ran it in a Glad Beast build. He allowed me to actually swarm the field several times for Heraclinos or Gyzeris in some cases, which is, you know, a really good thing. You know, only 400 though, and he doesn't bounce back out, so that's kind of a good thing, but sometimes it's bad, just depending on the situation. Then last for the monsters, 3 Test Tigers. Basically, just tag your Glad Beast in whenever you need them and you can't get a battle off, you know. They're special summon. You can even use them for a Z summoning if you wanted to. I could have done it a few times with Murmillo, and it probably would have actually gone a better way instead of tagging out. But either way, I'm happy with it at 3. I'll leave it there. That's it for the monsters. Now we're on to the spell and traps. 3 Proving Grounds. The monster count in the deck is only 16, so you want to get access to your Glads as quickly as possible. And since how a Proving Ground is gives you any one of the Glad Beasts, you know, you can't really argue with it. So, very good. Next we have 2 Smashing Grounds. You know, with Soldier back and Judgments on the loose and everything like that, Smashing Ground is kind of an invaluable card, especially in Glad Beast because they're not really powerful as far as attacks go, and they need the battle to go off. So, you know, if you can clear 1 or 2 monsters off the field with them, it's really good. Actually, saved me 1 duel against the Monster Mash. I ended up losing the match, but you know, it did win me that 1 duel, so really good. Next, we have 2 D-Fissures. Yes, secret, legendary collection. Yeah. Very good. They work very well in Glads, just for the simple fact that the Glads tag out. There isn't very much graveyard, so, and, you know, you don't want to lose the monsters. I mean, if you do, you really don't lose. That's why there's doubles of almost everything in it. But it helped me quite a few times, especially against the Monster Mash. Is actually the card that stopped him in 2 of the duels, but Jinzo shut me down in the last duel because of the traps. Alright, next we have 1 Book of Moon, you know, just in case you need to stop a battle or anything like that. You never know what you need it for. Good, even if at 1. Monster Reborn, staple. Dark Hole, Mass Destruction, staple. Heavy Storm, Mass Backrow Destruction, staple in any deck. Did help me out a few times. I should have sided it out against the Monster Mash. That was my mistake. It won't happen again. Now we're done with the spells, and we're going to go on to the traps. We have 2 Wabakus. Wabaku is actually a very effective card in the Glad Beast. I probably should have put it to 3, but I was only running 2 just to see how it would work in the build that I had. 3 is going to be more effective, and it will be in there next week. Next we have 2 Defensive Tactics. Not really a card you see in many Gladiator Beast decks, even though they're meant for the Glad Beast decks, because they require a Glad Beast face up on the field. But I do like the recycling ability, but I also don't like the fact that it goes back in the deck because I could draw into it when I don't need it. So I'm probably going to take them out. We'll see where it goes. Next we have 2 Compulses. Great for getting synchros off the field, especially when they like to swarm. Let them waste all their material and go back. Works good in any deck, no problem. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes. Great card, especially when they want to summon something higher than a Glad Beast you might have on the field. Get rid of it, especially, since how everybody wants to run 15 and higher. It works, including Xyz. 2 Deep Prisons. This is actually a new build to new addition to my Glad Beast build. Didn't have them when I did the first build about a year ago, so they proved quite effective. I might up it to 3. We'll see what happens. Next, we have 2 War Chariots. War Chariot's a great card. Allows you to negate the effects of monsters, and it really allows you to shut down your opponent at certain points in a duel, which is what you need, especially in the Glad Beast, because with monster-heavy decks, including Monster Mash. I should have had a 3rd one, but I don't have one. I'm going to be getting one, though, just to stop that. But, either way, it's still a good card. And last but not least, for the main deck, we have 2 Solemn Warnings. This is also a new addition. Solemn Warning was actually a very good card. It helped me several times in the tournament, even though I ended up losing. I think I might side it out, though, just because the cost for the 2,000 is too high. I think in this deck, it just depends on the deck I'm going to face, but it's definitely going to be a sider. Next, we're going to go to the extra deck. It's only 3 cards at this moment, but I'm sure it'll increase within the next week or so. 2 Gladiators. Recommend you run at least 2 to 3, just for simple fact is you never know what one of them might get bottomless, or destroyed. I had Starlight Road pulled on him just because he pops 2 at the same time. So, you really can't argue with it. It's a good card, and especially when it seems how it allows you to pop 1 or 2, then it tags out for 2. So you can really set yourself up for the next turn Gladiators, or even in some cases a same turn Heraclinos. So. And last but not least, Heraclinos. I actually only found a need for 1 today, because every time I brought him out, it was basically at the point where they couldn't do anything. Shut down their back row. 3,000 beater, kind of hard to get over. Can't really do anything. I had one guy try to suicide with a Red Dragon Archfiend, but, the defensive tactics shut him down. So it really didn't matter, but he is a good card. But anyway, YouTube, that's my Glad Beast deck. 2 and 2 at locals today. I will be taking it next week. Unlike I did lie last week, but it will be this week for sure because I'm not too happy with the record, so I want to try and better it. But anyway, this is Whiteout signing out. Thanks, YouTube.